So sorry, everyone. Like, things seem to go a little bit wrong when it comes to fixing the phone and fixing the things because I had it like flat and apparently I need to have it like straight up. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry you have to switch videos. So today I'm going to talk about March. So March 2024 for each and every single sign. And I will also announce the two winners, okay? So I know people have to catch up with this live. I'm so sorry that went completely off. Not what I planned, but that's totally okay. You know, we're gonna go in this new live and people can watch it on the replay, or anyone who's joining right now is very, very welcome to be in this live. You know, I am usually not so good at these things. That's why I don't do it very often, because I don't know how the logistics work. And also I see it's like pretty dark here, but you know, I'm gonna do my best to to make it all happen. So yeah, March 2024. What I really, really like about this month is that we have almost all planets direct. So I'm gonna talk a little bit in general about the planets, and then I'm gonna dive right into each and every single sign. Okay. So, and then later on, I will announce the winners of the half an hour free reading, okay? So, once again, sorry, like this is usually I like to do like pre-filming because it's just so much easier than going live because I'm not super experienced with these things. Um, yeah, last time you looked right into my face, so I didn't want to do that again. And then the microphone, I think, was installed in a crazy way. So, yeah. But I know I'm live. I'm gonna change the title later on, okay, so everybody can find it. Um, but yeah, March is going to be like a really like a commitment month, okay? So this is a month where you're gonna commit not only to your goals, but only to yourself. Whereas, you know, right now in February, we're having a very, very plutonic month, okay? It was very plutonic. We had the sun, we had Venus, and we had Mars, like all um passing by with Pluto, and that's still happening right now. I think now we have a conjunction with Mars. So watch out with like accidents and things like that, you know? Um, and yeah, like right now where my video just didn't want to go, didn't want to go live the way I thought it would be. So yeah, let me see. I have my screen open. Uh, anyways, let's see. Hmm. All right. I will remove the other video later on where I'm trying to fix everything. All right. So this month we're gonna have in March, we're gonna have the first lunar eclipse of the year. Okay, so we're gonna have a penumbral lunar eclipse, and I'm gonna talk about that a little bit more in detail. And there's also a new one in Pisces, okay? And this month is a little bit easier on you than February, but still there are some bumps in the road because we're starting off this month with the sun. Um, let's see if I can remove the other video so people can find this one. Yeah. All right. I think I cannot find it. All right. Okay. Well, that's something for later. Hello. Okay. So people found the video. That's great. That's great. Okay. Perfect. So, yeah, the month of March is going to be pretty exciting, as in this is a month where you can be very committed, you can go quite quickly, but also you're gonna experience some moments where you're gonna feel a little bit down, okay? You're gonna feel like a little bit heavy, you're gonna feel that maybe things are not coming to you like very easily, and that's basically the influence of Saturn. Hello. Oh, good. I'm so happy you found the video. I was trying to set it up and it was just, you know, it was hard to do that. Usually I do the pre-videos, but, I'm glad you found it. And yeah, we can do these predictions for March. And I'm going to announce the winners as well for the free readings, okay? I'm going to do that. So, yeah, March is definitely about responsibility. So, wherever, oh, no problem. I was really like the camera was going everywhere, so I needed the time to set it up. And, but I'm super excited. Like, I'm feeling so good today. I feel the energies are extremely high. I don't know, definitely things are shifting. It feels like, once you're like lifting, something have lifted off me this month. I can definitely feel it, and it's really amazing. I'm feeling so much joy and so much excitement for this year. Hi, Aries. Yes, the Penumbral Eclipse. Yeah, correct, correct. We're gonna dive a bit deeper into that later. So, yeah, Saturn is gonna make you feeling a bit heavy, okay? Like that's why people with a very prominent Saturn, they can sometimes suffer from a bit of depression, but at the same time, they're like very serious, they're very committed to whatever they want to achieve. So, these are very strong signs of Saturn. And since it's in Pisces, um, it is also a huge opportunity to let go of karma, to let go of what no longer serves you. So, can you imagine that on a global level right now, people are going through massive transformations? And that will continue in March, where people will be made aware of their cycles. So they're vicious cycles, things that keep happening, right? Like relationships. This could be related to friendships. It all depends where Pisces is in your chart. Okay, so this is very key to know where Saturn is and if it's aspecting any of your natal planets. So if you have, for example, right now, well, on the 10th of March, it will be at 11 degrees. So if you would have um, 11 degrees sun in Virgo or moon, you will be impacted. But also, if you are Pisces, right, you will feel this heaviness. But you should see this really as an opportunity where you can be lifted off really heavy patterns in your life. And I know it's kind of scary to deal with all the emotions that are coming up this month in February and that are coming up in March, okay? But these are all for you to be aware of the situation around you, and you can literally be lifted out of heavy situations, because sometimes you kind of have to have enough, to be having so that you're thinking, okay, I'm gonna leave everything, I'm gonna just take the next step to the next phase, okay? This is what March is going to be about. So, yeah, so on the 10th of March, we're going to have a new moon in the sign of Pisces. So, again, we have a Saturnian vibe, but also it's coming closer to Neptune. And Neptune is all about spirituality. So, when we have these planets together, there is this massive chance of spiritual growth if you're into spirituality. This could be a commitment to art. So if you're very artistic or you're someone that has a lot of creative urges, this could be a time where you're going to commit or make spirituality, art, or any type of creative hobby. You can make that your job right now. So that's very, very interesting. Um, Yeah, but we have most of the planets direct, right? And Jupiter is coming closer to Uranus as well. So these are unexpected lucky breaks. When those two are together, it would be like a sudden change and a sudden shift. And when we look at this new moon in Pisces, you can see like a sextile with both um, the moon and the sun. So definitely there is a chance of sudden changes, but they are actually quite subtle, okay? They're not like crazy changes. Although we do have Mars in a square with Uranus, it will be up until more or less the 17th of March, okay? And when these two are in alignment, there could be possibly some heavy thunderstorms. There could be eruptions, so volcano eruption. Yeah, like I said, storms are very common with displacement, and this could be literally in the outside world that you're gonna see storms, that you're gonna see all these things happening. But um, this could be in your life as well, a literal storm, right? Things need to shake, so you see on a global level, right, with Pluto, that secrets are being exposed, things are shaking up, things have to come to the surface, and that makes us, um, that helps us heal, right? Because if everything stays suppressed and hidden, then things wouldn't be changing, right? Things wouldn't get better. So first, we need this chaos in order to go to the next level, okay? So, where's everybody watching from? I'm curious to know where you're all from. Since I'm in the live, I would like to know. And the signs, what's your sign? I'm a Virgo, by the way. Virgo, Sun, Scorpio Moon, a Scorpio rising, and most people walk away from that, but it's not that bad. We're just very, I'm very, that's why astrology is good for me, right? Because I'm analytical. Ah, Leo from the UK. SC is South Carolina, right? Gemini, London. I love how everybody is from different places. It's amazing, isn't it? And we're connecting in different time zones. As you can see, it's quite dark already here. So it's like past 9. Ah, from the Netherlands. I'm also Dutch, but you can hear that in my accent. Canada, Libra Sun, Aries Moon. Amazing. Oh, it's so good to have you all here. It's really, really nice to talk to you live, which doesn't happen that often because I feel more comfortable not talking live, but at the same time, it's really nice to connect to everyone. So, yeah. So yeah, this month is pretty exciting, I would say. It's really a time to move forward. So now is the time to move fast, but with a plan, because Saturn really wants you to plan and to set your goals. So right now, you can really focus on your intentions. Oh, here's my kitty. Hello, baby. She loves the energies. Come sit here. Do you want to sit here? Yeah. So, yeah, what else? I want to tell so many things and then I get a brain freeze. So we have at 7-degree difference, we have a Neptunian energy. So it's a great month to meditate, okay? You can let go of so many blockages. And honestly, I've experienced this myself. Like I did a meditation, I think it was a few days ago, and it was crazy. It was like I was meditating and I felt like this ball of trauma was like taken out of me, and I was crying for many hours, and after that I feel like my heart is so open, so full of love. It's like I can sit still and just enjoy the moment, and I feel it's such a special time now, where we have to learn how to be in alignment in the chaos, right? Because there is a lot of chaos around us. There's a lot of things happening, and it's really difficult to not be influenced by what is happening, right? And to stay in high frequency. So, yeah, you will definitely see this like split right now, right? So people are either feeling these upliftments, or they're gonna feel like, sweetie, let's calm down. She wants to play because it's in the evening, and usually I work during the day, so in the evening she's like, no, you're not working also in the evening, right? Yeah. So that would be this new moon. Overall, I would say it's not too bad. We have Saturn in a sextile with Jupiter, so it's not a very hectic one, but it can bring in some changes and some heavy feelings regarding some situations that you feel you're gonna have to step out of. It's literally the earth is being shaken. That's why we have also earthquakes with Uranus and Taurus, right? Because Taurus is the element of the earth, and it's been shaking. It's been shaking people up. It's been shaking everything up because we can only move forward, right? Uranus is very focused on the future. We can only move forward when we are awakened to what is really happening right now. So there's a lot of shakeups and a lot of things happening, and we kind of have to stay. I heard this like saying, I think it was some a spiritual teacher, and that really stuck with me. Like, no matter what happens, just be a house. And a house is always rooted in the ground, right? No matter what happens around you, you're just staying in the moment, and you no matter what the weather is, you're just staying grounded within yourself. Also, on the 10th of March, we're going to have this exact conjunction at 7 degrees with the North Node and Chiron. Okay, this is also felt on a global level. And when we look at Aries, it's literally, and I saw we have some Aries in the chat, so definitely a lot of you Aries are impacted by Chiron, right? And by the North Node. And it's really pulling you out of your comfort zone because it literally wants you to take a new road in life. It wants you to take the next step. But with Chiron there, it's uncomfortable, right? And it's like, I know I have to go a new direction. And for example, if it's on your sun, that would be related to your identity. That would be related to the direction you need to go to. But when it's on Venus, Venus is more about love, it's about money. So you will see that if it's on your planet of Venus, so in a conjunction, that you could have a literal heartbreak or you're healing your heart, right? This could even mean that, even physically, your heart could show symptoms that you need this type of healing. And it's also related to your money situation. So it's important to be aware of what's happening and your reoccurring thoughts, right? Because we look at the North Node and it's literally pulling you towards a certain destination. But with Chiron, it's gonna be uncomfortable. Okay. And later on, we're gonna check for each and every single sign where that is for you. Okay. Which house. And the system that I'm using for a general reading is the equal house system, okay? But when I do personal readings, I always use the tropical astrology system, which is based on where you're located. And I find it I find that actually the most accurate for me, right? But when I do a reading for everyone, I don't know where you're located. So I prefer to use the whole sign astrology. Oh, it's so nice to see your comments. Yeah, and it's weekend. For a lot of you, it's weekend. I don't know if you have any nice plans. I'm gonna actually go on a ski trip this weekend. So I'm doing this live. I just packed my things, and tomorrow morning I will be traveling, and I'm really excited about it. So we're gonna be in the mountains with horses, and we're gonna be with a group of friends. So this is gonna be, I'm super excited about it. So yeah, I don't know what your plans are for the weekend, or if you're still working, you're watching this during work, because for some of you it's during the day, for others it's maybe yeah, in the morning. So yeah, let's check. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much about the new moon, and I will check it later for the signs. Okay. The 25th, yes, we're gonna have this eclipse. So we have a lunar penumbral eclipse. I hope I say that correctly, but we're gonna have that, um, yeah, on the 25th at 5 degrees. And this lunar eclipse is gonna break down a new cycle, okay? And when we look at Libra, we're looking at relationships, we're looking at balance. So when we were talking before about things shaking up, Libra is going to help you find your balance again. So sometimes before you find your balance, something has to go, something has to leave, right? Um, so yeah, it's about letting go what no longer serves you. And with the South Node, right, which happens when there are eclipses, they're next to the full moon. And with an eclipse, a lunar eclipse, it's basically the moon, the earth, and the sun are all in alignment, right? And the earth's shadow is projecting on the moon. And with this one, it's not very visible, right? Penumbral is not a very visible um, eclipse. It's not a total eclipse or a partial eclipse, right? We're gonna have a total solar eclipse. I think it's gonna be in April in Aries, and that's gonna be major, right? But it's already starting now, so we're gonna have to balance the self, which is Aries, which is the first house, and we're gonna have to balance that with relationships. So where people need healing within themselves, um, either they need to be more into their own power or their own leadership, or they need to balance out more, respecting others, right? Having compassion. Yes, absolutely. So these are very important things, and we see that globally right now, right? People are waking up, and we see we're becoming more aware of certain patterns. Whereas when I remember when I was little, we weren't so aware of patterns. Like, you just accepted things for what they were. But now everything is being brought by the light, and people are waking up one by one, like, hey, that isn't correct, or that should, families are, dark things are being put in the light. So this could be about family dynamics, or friend situations, or your neighborhood. You're starting to see what's actually not working, and people are slowly stepping out of certain dynamics. And this is all because of what is happening on a global level. And yeah, now is the time to find a balance in being authentic, right? And that's where Chiron is healing your inner self, so you can be your authentic self, which for a lot of people comes with a part of shame, or a part of being insecure. Like, what if I'm me? Would I be still accepted, right? Would people still accept me? And for example, in my own life, it took me a really long time to do something with my spiritual journey. So even though it was always very obvious because it was in my face, I think my guides were shaking me up my whole life. And I've been since I was little very sensitive and seeing the other side, I was just suppressing it, ignoring it, because I was like, I don't want to be weird. I don't want to be weird, and I also don't want them to send me to a mental hospital. So I was like, I see things, but I say nothing. I'm just gonna zip it. I'm gonna have a normal life. I'm gonna just suppress it. And guess what? I went on a retreat when I was 25. I was in a, uh, in a retreat, and on the first meditation, I got a massive awakening because it was supposed to happen, but I was just ignoring it. And even then, after it took me so long to go on YouTube and to do something with it, I always had a like an uncomfortable feeling because in my mind, I thought my future would look different, which is strange, right? And this is what is happening with many people. I mean, this is my story, but everybody has their own story right now where they're awakening from. And some people are born more in their power than others, right? Some people are more naturally immediately drawn to their talents, and others need some more time to figure it out, and nothing is right or wrong with that, right? It's really good to not care what people think of you. I think that's the best. I mean, as long as it's like, sometimes I feel criticism is good in some ways, like if people have something to say, but if it's to harm your character, of course that's like very different. So yeah, but that's Libra as well, right? Seeing things from different perspectives. And this is the beauty about Libra, it's the balance. But also, it could be pleasing too much, people pleasing too much, right? This is really common with this type of Aries and Libra. And when Chiron is in Aries, we're afraid to step out of a certain situation. So, yeah, ultimately, a lot of people reflect back to you what they, their woundings and their pains, and they react to you with their traumas. And yeah, we're healing on a global level, but that's not easy to let everything out. Yeah. What I do like about this eclipse is that we have Venus in a sextile with Jupiter. I think that's such a beautiful placement. It's like really because Venus is gonna be in Pisces, right? And Venus in Pisces is quite romantic. And in the highest form, I can see a lot of commitments happening around that date because Jupiter in a sextile with Venus, right? And Venus is in a conjunction with Saturn. So that's really commitment. This is being serious. And this doesn't just have to be commitment to love, but this could also be commitment to making more money, which some people are definitely gonna step up to, right? Um, I think I'm ready to go to the signs, but before that, I will announce the winners. So I'm gonna announce the winners of the free half an hour reading. All right. So if you want the half an hour reading, just send me an email to Michelle at loveforastrology.com, and I'm gonna send you an email back, and we're gonna make an appointment. I do the readings through Zoom, right? Even if you didn't win one. I don't. How do you say that? Doesn't matter. I'm just making my own English here. It doesn't matter. So if you didn't win, you can still send me an email, or if you want to book a reading, right? You can find all the information on my website. And I do all my readings through Zoom. They're very personal. I prefer it that way because then it's easier for me to read the energies and to provide you with the most accurate reading, right? So I combine my intuition with astrology, just like in the videos. If you see me recording, I never cut them. I just sit and really, yeah, that's really beautifully said. Don't let the external influence affect your, yeah, I totally agree. Yeah. So, okay, no, winner number one. Here is Edith but AIDIT 1 2 3. I'm gonna also write the winners, right? I will write it down below in the comments so you can see that, you know, if you're watching this later, you can claim your reading. The second winner, ta-da-da, is gonna be Helena Miranda 9226. Okay, so these are the two winners. If you want the reading, send me an email and we can, yeah, I hope to see you soon. And yeah, I'm ready to go to all the signs. So I'm gonna start with Aries. The funny thing is, I wasn't preparing because usually when I do monthly readings, because there's different aspects in the month, I make screenshots. So when I do my videos, I look at the screenshots, and that's why I can read it very quickly. But I didn't think about when I do a live, I could also make screenshots. So you're gonna hear me click on the program. Yeah, but you know why, if you hear that. Okay, let's go Aries. First, gonna go to, I know we have some Aries in the house. Sun, Moon, and Rising. What I usually recommend is that I would, most accurate, I would say in astrology. Yes, congratulations. I'm really excited to talk to both of you. So rising sign is most accurate, right? So I always say watch your rising sign, sun sign, and then also moon sign. Okay. There we go. So do we have any Aries in the house? Aries, sun, moon, and rising. Okay. You're going through a massive, and I'm not joking, massive spiritual awakening, okay? Especially Aries rising, and that's because you have around this, at the beginning of the month and around this new moon, you're going to have, yes, any Aries, sun and rising. Oh, yeah. It's insane. You're going to have Saturn, Sun, Mercury, Neptune, and this whole month you're going to have so many planets in the 12th house. So this is all about your spiritual development. You're really going to focus on meditation, right? Because if you don't implement meditation, creativity, and all these things in, hi Nino, if you don't implement these things in your routines, you're gonna feel a little bit lost, okay? Because these are the two extremes of Pisces. Like you're either gonna feel very lost or you're gonna feel very much in alignment. Because 12th house, the only way to deal with the 12th house, and I have so many people around me who have a stellium or like a lot of, you know, who have a lot of, how do you say that? A lot of planets in the 12th house. And what I've seen is that very often these people are very psychic, but also if they don't align, all right, I don't know what's trying to, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna continue. I'm trying to read the comments as well. So yeah, you could feel quite lost. So for Aries, it's very, very, very important that you're gonna be in your creativity and that you're gonna listen to your intuition. Okay, if you don't listen to your intuition right now, you're gonna feel a bit lost. So it's now you're being guided to the next level. Okay. Yes, it's from March 2024. Right now we're at Aries, okay? Then we have Mars and Venus in the 11th house, right? At the beginning of the month. So this is time for you to get out, to have fun, but also to rest, okay? Don't overdo it. Don't do too much, because by the end of the month, when your season is starting, you're going to take a lot more action. This is going to be very, very positive time for you. So for now, it's time to really recover, coming back to yourself, and after the 20th, it's time to take more action, okay? Especially early birthday Aries, you're gonna feel it quite soon, that you want to go more out there, you want to get more out there, you want to meet more people. But in the middle of March, you're probably going to be a little bit more secluded, okay? Meeting some friends, going home. Maybe you have so many ideas that you want to do that you just want to take things to the next level, okay? Let me go. Then we're going to have this lunar eclipse, which is going to impact you quite greatly, okay, Aries, especially in the upcoming months, upcoming 2 years. We're going to have eclipses in your sign. We're going to have eclipse in the sign of Libra, right? And when we look at Libra, it's in your 7th house. So for you, Aries, there's a lot of focus on relationships, right? And when we look at the South Node, which is in the 7th house, this could mean that some of you are letting go of a relationship. You're separating from someone, because the South Node can cut things off, okay? At the same time, this could mean that someone from the past could be coming back, which is also related to the South Node. Or literally, you're letting go of patterns that are no longer serving you when it comes to relationships. So you can go back when you're doing all these meditations, and especially during this eclipse, Saturn is in a conjunction with Venus, okay? It's in the 12th house. So you can let go of massive patterns in, like, blockages in love. You can let go of old traumatic experiences when it comes to love. So if you can forgive the person that comes up in your meditation, or that comes up around this time, this is very key. Someone is in your mind for a reason, okay? So when someone is like popping in your mind constantly, that's for a reason. You have to do something with it. It could be either they're tuning into you, or it is something for you to do, so you can let it go and you can meet the person that is right for you, okay? So a lot of you Aries, you're gonna either let go of a relationship, or you're gonna meet someone new in the upcoming times, okay? Let me get a card for you. I have some tarot cards. All right. Okay. I'm getting 2 of Swords and 8 of Swords, okay? So I feel like some of you are a bit panicking. Like, I'm getting this sense of, I don't know where my next road is gonna be. Like, some of you feeling a bit stuck right now, and you don't know which decision to make, right? There could be several options, or there could be no options right now, and you just don't know which road exactly to take. So this is where you have to go within, right? So this is what the universe wants you to do with all these planets in the 12th house. It's about going within and really seeing what you need to let go of at this point, okay? Let me get one more. Yeah, some struggles might be coming up, okay? I don't want you to get scared because of that, but it's really because you're letting go of so many things, and you're really, if you're on the spiritual journey, this is really going to help you. It's going to be a lot easier to deal with the energies. So yeah, there are changes when it comes to partnerships, but also business partnerships, right? If you're in a business partnership, you might separate, right? You might stop working together. For some of you, it could be that you're working together with a romantic partner and you're deciding to go each your own way, okay? Jupiter is still in the 2nd house with Uranus, so there's a lot of there are going to be a lot of opportunities up until end of May for sure to earn more money, okay, to get more income. If you're doing something on the side, you will definitely have a lot of opportunities for more income, right? Also unexpected income. um yeah, so that's my message for Aries, right? Go within, at least up until the 20th. Go within, meet the people that you feel most comfortable with. If you're feeling a bit lost, it's actually just redirecting you towards a better path for you, because these times are very, very key for you. You're going to be pushed towards where you need to be. So everything that feels very uncomfortable, that's a sign. So listen to this intuition, listen to your intuition around this time, okay? So let's move on to Taurus, Taurus Sun, Moon, and Rising. Do we have any Taurus Sun, Moon, and Rising in the house? All right, so this new moon, this new moon will be in the 11th house, okay? So we're going to have Pisces season in the 11th house. This is all about your friendships. And when Saturn is in the 11th house, it's really breaking down karma and cycles when it comes to your friendships. So you're either going to commit to certain friendships, Taurus stellium, Taurus moon. Oh wow, Taurus stellium. So you're very highly impacted by this Jupiter in Taurus, which is amazing. It's going to highlight a lot of things in your life, right? Doors can really open for you. When it's on your moon, so Jupiter is on your moon right now, this can really highlight your emotions. You're going to feel more uplifted. You're going to feel more happy. So follow your optimism, right? When Jupiter is shining its light on you, it's really time to follow your optimism and not to control too much. Go with the flow. Like opportunities will come to you with Jupiter, right? So yeah, that's really the positive thing when you have right now planets in Taurus, right? If you're a Taurus rising, you have it in the first house, and it's going to really highlight a new path for you. It's just going to open up and it's going to be really easy to follow it. So people want to give you opportunities, people want to be there for you. Um, yeah, but at the same time, this is also changing your network. So maybe people that were first really into what you were doing, they could not support your next journey, right? The next path you're gonna take. So this is why Saturn will break down some friendships, might take down some friendships, okay? People that no longer gonna serve you, because we are going to follow a path where at a certain point we're not in the same frequency anymore, right? So you can be with a few people in the car, but if one person gets out of the car, you're not listening to the same radio station anymore. So if you're all on the same frequency, you're going to stay in this alignment with someone. And with Saturn, you're going to be very drawn to people that are maybe older than you or have a lot of wisdom, right? And these people are going to really inspire you. Then we have the North Node in the 12th house, okay, with Chiron. So this could be a bit painful. So these uncomfortable feelings are gonna come up when you're alone at home. Okay, so there might be some feelings of loneliness. It's maybe scary, like some of you maybe have let go of a relationship and you're spending more time by yourself. But this is really for you to reflect on not only your mental health but also your physical health, right? We have the South Node in Libra. So you both have to balance physical health with mental health. If you've been focusing too much on, I don't know, just working out, working hard in the job and not really checking in with the mental health, you're gonna feel that with the North Node and Chiron together, right? Oh, you also have it in your natal. Yeah, that's gonna do a lot of healing. It's really about taking care of your health, like resting. Like if you keep going, then at a certain point, your body's gonna tell you, hey, like you're gonna have to take it easy. You know, you're gonna have to take it. yeah, you're gonna have to take it more slow, like take some rest, like not overdo things. So it's really one step at a time. And Pluto now is close to the midheaven for people with an early degree Taurus rising, which can definitely bring so many huge changes when it comes to career. Okay, it can bring like first your working in an office, and then later you're gonna make your own furniture. Okay, you're gonna be put into the right direction, and it can be quite abrupt. It can make it sometimes people get fired for nothing, for no reason, but that's because Pluto wants you somewhere else, right? It brings up everything to the surface. It's like, you're not happy here, but when you tell yourself for too long, this is making good money, this is earning, yeah, this is bringing me good money, this is something that gives me a stable life. But if you're not happy, it's going to be really hard to sustain that also with your body, right? Because it's going to tell you like, you cannot sustain this on a long term, it's not doable. Sometimes earning less and feeling rich within is much more important, right? So Taurus, let me get a card for you. All right, so I'm getting the same cards as Aries, okay? So again, Eight of Swords, but also a lot of opportunities. So I'm getting Eight of Wands. Right? So some of you getting a lot of opportunities and you don't know which one to choose. Which direction do I need to take with Jupiter there? It's really bringing a lot of offers, but sometimes in a period where things are just really good, you're gonna have to learn how to filter. You're gonna have to learn because when you are carried by Jupiter, you're very optimistic. People can sense that. They want to be around you, and you're gonna have to filter more. So if you have really, if you have a lot of good energies, and this is why they say like empaths or people who have very pure energies, they attract a lot of people. But then you have to filter, and this is where boundaries coming into place, right? Where you need to have good boundaries. If you don't have good boundaries, you're going to be overwhelmed and you don't see your own path, right? And because you want to give so much, because you feel so good, sometimes you lose track of your actual path. So stay focused on and filter people around you, filter your what it is that you truly want, and you can really have an amazing time in March, right? So it's like, don't overdo it, because your health, you need to watch your health, okay? Yeah, look at that. A lot of good things, but you need to be fit in order to do that, right? If you're exhausted, you cannot handle all these good things that are going to happen. So, yeah, that's my message for you, my amazing Taurus. I'm going to move on to Gemini. Yeah. It's kind of still weird to do this live. I don't know. I've done lives before, but it's different. Anyways, do we have any Geminis in the house? And I mean, look at this. We have a baby right here. She wants to be on the camera, but I'm just gonna let her. All right. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right. So for you, Pisces will be in the 10th house. So there's a lot of heaviness that some of you are gonna feel regarding to the job, okay? Especially Gemini rising, you could feel like you have a lot of responsibility. So in one way, you could definitely feel this heaviness. Like some of you have had a promotion, but with that promotion, there comes more responsibilities. Or maybe you didn't even get a promotion, maybe you just got more work, and you kind of feel that people don't really appreciate you. So now is the time to break down karmic cycles when it comes to work, but also it's about taking responsibility, okay? Because Saturn does want you to work really hard. It does want you to step up your game and take things to the next level. Jupiter in the 12th house is it's like you feel you have this protection around you. Okay, so no matter what happens, you're gonna feel so good being by yourself. It's like you're recharging once you are alone, once you're meditating. Maybe you're working in the garden and you're gonna feel like so much better. um, Yeah, it's time now to and actually in March, when by the end of the month, when we're gonna have Saturn and Venus together, it's a huge opportunity to heal your heart, right? To let it go. And there's this trick in meditation that you can ask your body where you're storing trauma, and this is when, and you can ask your guides to help you heal that, okay, to let it go, and you just shine a lot of light on that part in your body, and it's really really helpful, you know. And I've been using a lot of techniques and a lot of things in my own journey where I needed to let go of so much karma, of so much heaviness, and you know, each time I'm feeling lighter and lighter and lighter. um yeah, it's just amazing, you know, especially when you are in when you're in a high state, you're gonna feel so uplifted all the time. You feel like everything is so loving, everything around you becomes so beautiful. But when you go in a lower frequency, because you can be in that high state all the time, right? Sometimes we go down, especially, you know, if you go in the office or you have work to do. And I know this story also relates to some of you Geminis that are watching, right? That maybe you feel that the office or the place that you work in, your work environment can feel quite heavy. I'm very floaty today. That's why I'm feeling a little bit like it's hard to do the reading today. I just want to sit and enjoy, like looking into nothingness. Now I'm super excited to do this reading, but I just want to share good feelings with everyone. I want to share good feelings. Um, yeah, so it will be hard work. March will be hard work. Keep going. Don't stop, because Gemini, this is the time where you prove yourself. Saturn is thank you. Saturn is rewarding you, right? For all your hard work. So, yeah, you can take things to the next level, but also it can make you feel a little bit restricted. So it could be that you're ready to give up or you're ready to let go, but keep going, right? And if you want to change jobs, you can, but it takes a bit more effort, okay? When the planets are when Saturn is there in the 10th house. And I'm talking so much about Saturn because all the planets are going to cross Saturn, right? By the end of the month, we also have an eclipse. So we're going to have this full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Libra. And, you know, when it's in the fifth house, Libra is about letting go, right? So a lot of you, because fifth house is about romance, Libra is about romance. So you're going to let go of romantic patterns. So the seventh house is more related to committed relationships, whereas the fifth house is more related to romance. Doesn't necessarily have to be marriage, could be related to past romantic partners that are going to come up. Maybe you are thinking about someone, you know, constantly, and it's like, why am I thinking about this person? Someone could come back, or maybe someone is like coming back in your life, so you are mm, seeing and feeling if you still have feelings for that person, because sometimes in your mind those feelings are still there, but when you see them, you could change your mind, or the other way around, right? It could be that actually you see them and it's like, wow, why didn't I stay with this person? So these thoughts could come up for a lot of Geminis. Also, the North Node and Chiron and the Sun are going to be in the 11th house of friendships, okay? And friendships have been a little bit, I would say, uncomfortable. Maybe you felt like you weren't fully embraced for who you are. So it could be that maybe you are trying to be someone that you're not because you're afraid that your friends won't accept you. So Chiron is triggering you here with the North Node to stand up for yourself. And maybe you have trouble speaking in public, but you have to do it for work or doing presentations. And this could be quite scary, right? So you're going to be pulled out of your comfort zone, Gemini. Let me get you a card. King of Wands. So you are definitely being triggered on your inner creativity and also owning your authenticity, right? Look at this. This person doesn't move, doesn't do anything outside of what they are feeling. This person is very connected, right? This staff is connected to the earth. You're very connected to Mother Nature. And you're going to have to listen to your intuition, okay? We have another king. Look at that. So keep going. Don't give up. Maybe you're self-employed or you're working for yourself. So this is not the time to give up. This is time to keep going. Keep working very hard towards your goals, okay? This is very, very, very important. And then we have a queen. I'm just getting like this major cards for you, Gemini. So honestly, this is your sign. You have to keep going. You have to keep focusing on what is important to you. When we look at the fifth house, this is also about your children, right? So some of you are going to have to let go your children. There might be traveling somewhere. They might be going out in the world, and for you that might be more difficult. So it's time to find your own tribe, time to find the people that maybe also are like family. Okay, so that's my message for you, Gemini. If you like this video, no, this is a live this time. Oh, thank you so much. So let's move on to Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, okay? Yeah, so for you, Pisces is in the ninth house, okay? And you're being triggered, Cancer, on your belief system. Like, what are your beliefs in this world, okay? For some of you, it could be related as well to a love on a distance. This could be a very complicated situation, okay? So it could be that you're either letting go of someone, or you're breaking something off, or you're coming together and you're deciding to really commit. So this is very, very, very important. Saturn in the ninth house, because it's of higher learning, right? It's about spirituality, it's about philosophy, languages. So if you're studying something, you might have to put a little bit more effort into it than you usually do, okay? Maybe you have to do like a reset, or you have to do you have to redo an exam or a project that you've been working on, and this could bring some frustrations. But at the same time, we're gonna have on the 25th, we're gonna have this lunar eclipse in your 10th house. So this is pulling you towards a new direction when it comes to work, okay? So maybe you're studying to become a healer, or you're studying to become an entrepreneur, right? But deep down, you still have feelings that maybe you're not good enough, or maybe that, you know, you get all this attention, and in the past times you had a lot of opportunities when it comes to work, but you haven't fully embraced it. So maybe there's something within you that says, like, maybe people see that I'm not good enough, and this could bring some type of imposter syndrome, you know? Uh, you should check out your design, right? This is where you can see if you're someone that should chase or someone that should not, someone that should receive, okay? It's really interesting how that works, okay? And you can learn so many things from that. And we all go into our different cycles, and having so many different clients what I see in astrology, that everybody has their own path, and it's really all about starting to love your own path. And some people experience love early, some people experience love a bit later in life, right? And it's about recognizing the cycles and seeing why you attract certain people, okay? And this is one of the biggest lessons. So I feel that if we're seeing life in this different perspective, everybody has some type of difficulty in their life, right? Saturn is always somewhere in the chart. Pluto is always somewhere in the chart. Now, there are people with different kind of lessons, okay? And it really depends also on the frames that you're in. So for example, in my readings, I also use the Mahadashas of the Vedic astrology because they're so accurate. It's really amazing to see that. For example, I was in my Jupiter time in Vedic astrology, and because I have it with the South Node, everything was activated. So when I have Jupiter, Venus, and all with the South Node, so all my previous spiritual activations were activated on that day, literally on the day that this period started, right? And you can get so much information from it. That's why I love to use different systems. Like you can use human design, you can use parts of this, parts of that, you know. And I feel that there's so much to learn from different type of systems, different type of religions, and then we see that everybody has their own path. And I feel that that's the beauty of things. And when you get like, when you figured it out, how amazing is that? Because you sometimes you don't know what your past life was either, right? So for example, in numerology, you can see also your karmic numbers and all these kind of things. So yeah, I definitely recommend you to check out these different systems, and you will start to get to know yourself better, and that will help with self-acceptance, right? um, yeah, exactly, right? We have to accept our path, and this is where usually when you let it go and you focus on yourself, this is where beautiful miracles can happen for you, right? And we're all going through these difficult periods. Like it's everybody goes through it. It's very normal. And I definitely don't want to sell like be always positive, but positive thoughts do help you get out of it. Okay, but we have to feel our feelings. Anyways, let's go back to Cancer. So South Node is in the fourth house. So a lot of you, if you worked from home, like some of you are literally going to go back to work. So you're going to work again. Maybe you're going to work in a, in a company again, and you want to just let go of actually working from home and you want to be more around people. It could be that you are traveling for work a lot, but so much that you don't get a lot of rest. Or there are very little opportunities to travel because there's a lot of focus on work, networking. So your key, Cancer, right now is networking. Like if you network, you can attract a lot of opportunities to you. Okay. So even though it feels uncomfortable sometimes, you can actually get a lot of opportunities your way. It's really amazing. All right. So we have Seven of Pentacles. You see, you don't have to do that much to get opportunities your way. It's just gonna come. Also, this could mean that's a good time to save. Okay, don't spend too much money. Just save some as well for a rainy day. Oh, the whole thing is going. So we have Ace of Pentacles. So you see, a lot of focus is on career. A lot of focus is on your belief system, what you believe in. And we just talk about different belief system. And I feel that that's just so related to the astrology right now. Like looking into what is important to you, right? Queen of Wands. Stepping into your power. And for some of you, either male or female. It's about stepping into your feminine energy and sometimes feel what is actually happening, because a lot of Cancers, you're very sensitive, okay? But look, you're running away from your emotions, some of you, okay? So it's really um, a month where you have to open your heart and open your emotions to really um, look within, okay? Because it doesn't mean that if you work a lot that you have to close down. And unfortunately, we live in a society which is very masculine, especially in the working place, right? Um, and sometimes you have to listen to your intuition to make decisions, right? I feel like there is a right balance to do things. So it's about finding the balance between give and take and masculine and feminine energies. And I definitely heard that before when I was still working in the company, that was too emotional sometimes. But it's like, we're supposed to be like that. Not too emotional, but sometimes it's good to be in your emotions and to feel what's right. And sometimes your rational mind needs to take over. You need to detach in order to make logical decisions. It's really all about what type of job you're in. Okay, some of you are literally moving away from family. Okay, you're gonna distance yourself from family and working in a different place. Okay, away from home, and you're finding your own tribe far away from home. So that's for Cancer. So let's move on now to Leo. So do we have any Leos in the house? Leo, sun, moon, and rising. Sun, moon, and rising. Well, definitely career-wise, Leo, things are just really, really good. Okay? Really, really good. Especially Leo rising. It's just really good. It's about letting work come to you without too much control, okay? Without controlling the outcome. Um, but there's just so many opportunities. Right now, though, if you're an early degree Leo, so if you are like around between 0 and 5 degree, sun, moon, and rising, right? You're gonna have Pluto in opposition with your planet, and Pluto is in the seventh house. So this means that there could be some changes when it comes to your relationships, okay? There could be some changes when it comes to your business partnerships. You're gonna see the truth of a situation because Pluto will reveal the truth, and it will bring huge transformations. It's about some of you will be separating from a partner, or actually will grow closer by actually being more authentic and talking more about what it is that you want in life. Saturn in the eighth house is bringing up a lot of things when it comes to your vulnerability. Maybe you closed yourself off in a relationship, and that was just really hard for people to it was really hard for people to understand what it is that you actually want, what it is that you actually job. Yeah, the job is good. Werk is goed voor Leo's. Voor leeuwtjes. Maar vooral voor leeuw ascendant. So that was a little bit in Dutch. So yeah, it's a real big transformation that Leos are going through, okay? It can be pretty overwhelming because it's like a lot of things can happen at the same time, okay? There could definitely be a trip by the end of March. Some of you are going on a trip, traveling. Maybe you're studying something new, and there could be some doubts with that, okay? Maybe sometimes there will be some insecurity. You could be learning something for a job or to change jobs. Maybe on the side you're studying something so you can actually go for your dream job, okay? So there are a lot of things happening. You're going through this massive cycle. Be aware with money, especially by the end of the month, Leo. Watch your money. Make sure your taxes are good, your papers are in order, and that everything, your insurance, and if you need to update something, this is the time to do it. It's also a time where you can let go of massive cycles, because eighth house is related. It's Scorpio is ruled. It's actually not true. Like, not a lot of Dutch people smoke weed, at least not me. But pancakes for sure. I like pancakes. That's definitely nice. Venus in Aquarius. Yeah. So yeah, massive transformation for Leos, and it's a really, it's kind of a strange time, because some things are gonna go really well, and other things are just, it's just a lot. Okay, you're gonna experience a lot of transformations, but this is gonna be the most growth you've seen in a long, long time. Okay. Some of you might go into therapy, or you're doing some type of hypnosis, or you're doing like a tarot reading. It's a time where you can let go of so many things. Ace of Pentacles. So work is major right now, okay? So it's major. Work is major. Okay. And I'm seeing this road, like things are opening up for you. So really pay attention. So this could be a collaboration, but this could also be just like a lot of success, because finally you're feeling grounded, and you're feeling um, your authentic self. You're feeling like now you can finally be where you want to be. Maybe this is where you waited for so long, right? You waited for this recognition. If you're on social media, or you're starting your own company, this is absolutely they're going to be amazing opportunities for you. Okay, so, and they can be quite unexpected, because Jupiter is in a conjunction with Uranus, right? High Priestess. So listen to your intuition. Also, this is a time where it's like it's odd. I feel like some of you have Leo Gemini placement that are watching. Yeah. I'm feeling a lot of, I'm picking up some energies from the group as well. So I'm really feeling like a lot of people that are watching are healing their heart right now, are in the process of leaving something behind, are in a cycle of letting go. But I'm feeling the heart with a lot of you, right? I'm feeling root is a bit weak for some of you. Some of you that are watching now have money problems. I feel like something with the house, some issues with the house, or like with money. So it's important to ground yourself, right? Go into nature, like have bare feet in the ground, okay? Something with a mortgage for some of you. So some of you have to deal with a mortgage, or something with the house. I don't know. It's just be patient, okay? Not everything at the same time. Like, I feel like, I don't know who I'm tuning into, but someone is definitely like running and trying to get things like done really quickly. And it's like, take it easy, right? Like one step at a time. And then look at the papers, look at the forms. Like, don't do everything too quickly. Yeah. And then someone's pregnant that's watching. Congratulations. All right. So, yeah, I'm getting 7 of Pentacles. Venus entering Aquarius tonight. Yes. Letting the quirkiness out, right? Loving the internet, because Aquarius rules the internet as well. Okay, the star. Okay, so this is for Leo as well. Like, it's time for you to stand in your own power. Take that trip. Like, some of you are taking a trip, and this trip is very life-changing. but it can also feel like extremely uncomfortable. So maybe you are doing a backpack trip or you're traveling for work, and some of you maybe even becoming like influencer or like a vlogger, and you're just not really sure what you're doing, but you're gonna have to follow your guidance with that, okay? So yeah, that's my message for Leo. Let's move on to Virgo. Do we have any Virgos? Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, let's go. All right, so for you, we have Pisces season, right? And we have Saturn in the seventh house. So this is very related to relationships, okay? In general, in March, a lot of people will deal with money and relationships. Oh, Virgos. Yeah, I'm also Virgo. Yeah, so definitely there will be a lot of breakdowns when it comes to relationships. This is about recognizing the patterns in your life, okay, and really standing up for yourself, right? Relationships require hard work. That's what Saturn wants here. So it only wants true commitment or otherwise nothing. So if you're in a relationship, you're gonna really have to have a good conversation, right? What is it that you truly want? Especially by the end of the month. Also, um, we're gonna have the sun in your eighth house, so it's about vulnerability. And with the North Node and Chiron in the eighth house, it's just really difficult for a lot of Virgos to be vulnerable, right? And especially Virgo moon has trouble expressing emotions and feelings. It wants to rationalize things, right? Doesn't want to really go into these emotions. So the more Virgo you have in a chart, the more rational um, someone would think, right? It's more about, okay, let's organize things and then things make sense. Whereas if you have a Virgo with more water in the chart, you will see more emotion. So it really depends. It all depends on your natal placements, right? But yeah, it's learning about stepping into your vulnerability, being vulnerable not only to other people, but also yourself, and being truly honest. And this will be awakened during this lunar eclipse, okay? Also, anything related to money. The South Node is in the second house, so watch out with spending too much money, okay? Spending too much money, um, giving away everything that you're earning, okay? Or giving money to a partner and not having enough for yourself, or investing in something a little too much. So make sure to balance your money in like correct ways, okay? Yeah. Then Jupiter in the ninth house is all about traveling. So a lot of you Virgos are going to travel a lot in the upcoming time. In March as well, if you want to take a long trip, like go overseas, go into nature is really good. Jupiter is in Taurus. When it comes to traveling, this is like going to a place either of luxury, so you can do like a luxury weekend. You can even go and do a workshop in the nature, or learn about finances, okay? Learning about investing, learning about finances. This is really common with displacement as well. Maybe you want to travel and learn a new language, which would be really good. Start a PhD. Um, yeah, and it's going to be much easier than you would think. And also, Uranus and Jupiter together in the ninth house could mean that you're going to study something like astrology, right? I had some clients that were interested in studying astrology who are Virgo risings, okay? Because Uranus is scientific and it's in the ninth house. Ninth house is more about higher learning. So it's a very obvious movement to go to astrology. So let me get a card here. Pluto is now in the sixth house, especially early degree, early rising Virgos. Okay. What's your health? make sure to have good routines. Don't overdo things. And also when sixth house is in an air sign, this could affect lungs and chest. Okay. Yes, I'm seeing some heartbreak or some disappointment in love, or you're healing your heart right now, right? You're healing your heart so you can open up to love again, because you are going to through a love cycle. Okay, it's make or break it a little bit. Strength. So stay strong in overcoming this situation. Okay, maybe you're temporarily separating from someone to think about what it is that you truly want, because Saturn can make things a bit heavy. Okay, can make things a bit heavy. Or maybe you want to travel, you know, and maybe your partner doesn't want to travel, and there could be a clinch, like there could be some conflict there, right? Like if one person wants this and the other person wants that, and that could just not, there's some conflict there. Okay, so you're gonna have to listen to your heart and not run away from it, because I know that some Virgos run away from their feelings. They're running away from what's actually happening. And yeah, maybe you need to go on this trip and really think about how to take things to the next level. Okay, so that's my message for Virgo. Let's move on to Libra. Are there any Libras here? Libra sun, moon, and rising. Libra sun, moon, and rising. Okay. So you're also going to be highly impacted this month, right? By this eclipse and the upcoming eclipses that are coming for you. Libra sun. All right. So for you, we have Saturn in the sixth house. Okay. And Pisces season in the sixth house. So this is now time. So for you as well, it's very important to look at your health. And when we look at Pisces there, it could be like vague complaints, like some weird headaches, maybe some allergies. It could be that you're feeling cloudy, like up in the air, and you need to focus for work, and it's just really hard to put focus into that. So it's like, I need to get my work done, but I'm a little bit cloudy. So having a good diet is really important, okay? Having a good diet, going to the gym, working hard, because I know for some of you work is quite difficult. Okay, you have to do a lot of effort, and maybe more effort than you feel you're getting back. Okay, so this is really testing you about maybe there's some money issues coming up. You're like, you know, I would like to earn more, because look how much I'm doing. I'm like overworking, I'm having extra hours, and I'm not getting paid for those. So there will be some triggers coming up when it comes to your routines. Maybe you need some sleep, you know, but also when you do work out, you have a lot more energy, right? When you work out, um, yeah, you can do so many more things. Because for me, sometimes, some days I make really long hours, like 12 hours, and some days I don't work. It really depends. That's the advantage of being self-employed, right? But I always need to do sports, because when I don't do sports, it's like my motor is off. Like it's better for me to do sports, like do a lot of things in a like being very busy, as long as I keep moving, you know. Of course, I sit still and do meditation, but when you're doing sports, your, I think it's called like dopamine and all these things, you need that for your energy and also for your health. Okay, so Libra, is really important to focus on that. Then also, again, for a lot of you, also for Libra, relationships are quite central here. Some of you have to give up something for a partner. Okay, because the South Node is in the first house, but it's also in Libra, the sign of relationships. So it's a weird dynamic where you're gonna have to find yourself through a relationship, or some of you are letting go of a relationship, okay, because you were overly giving and you didn't really get anything back, right? Or you were in a relationship with someone that needed a lot of help, or that you were in constant fear that someone would leave you, because Chiron can bring a bit of abandonment issues, right? Um, but at the same time, you can heal and grow together. So if you're spiritually aligned and connected, this relationship will last, okay? You don't have to worry about that at all. For some of you, it's even someone from the past. Again, someone from the past could come back and you're rekindling things, okay? You're gonna come back together. Um, but on a global level, a lot of people need to think about what it is that they want in love, okay? And same with Libra. Like, maybe you're scared to give yourself to someone. Maybe you're scared um, to be vulnerable with someone again, okay? And some of you are like more maybe sleeping around or distracting yourself in order to listen to your heart, like what you truly want. Okay, so I'm seeing also money. There could be some imbalance there, but I'm also feeling like it's the work money balance that is mostly impacting you, because you do have Jupiter in the 8th house, which can really bring unexpected income through different sources. So maybe money back from the government, getting money back from um, yeah, from an insurance. So there could be like a lucky break there, or like a company wants to invest in you, but you still feel like the balance is not completely as you want it to be, right? Yeah, so ending a job, like some of you are ending a job or you're changing jobs, okay? I do recommend with these planets that you don't just quit a job without a plan B, okay? I would definitely go from one job to another. Like if you have a new one, then you leave. But I don't know, Libra. Like some of you have so much wisdom to share. Maybe there's something you want to share to the public, like something you want to I don't know, like some information that's going to be very helpful for many people. Yeah. Decisions. Yeah, that's hard. Like if you have a lot of Libra placements, it's hard to make decisions because you don't want to like hurt anyone. Oh, you're so sweet, aren't you? You're so calm. Yeah. Yeah, you're sweet. You're so sweet. Yeah. She likes positive energies. Okay, let's go to Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Do we have any Scorpios in the house? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right. So yeah, we have Pisces, Scorpio Ascendant. Ascendant in a stellium. Oh wow. Black Moon, Lilith, Neptune. Yeah. So you're going through a lot of transformation, but you need to be in a constant movement, Paul, if you have this placement, because when you have Mars there, you know, if you sit still for too long, it's going to be. So you can use this enormous strength to get things done, okay? So we have a lot of Scorpios. Scorpio rising, Scorpio. Nice. Okay. So yeah, Saturn in the 5th house, right? We're gonna have all the planets moving around Saturn at the beginning of the month. Also this new moon that will happen on the 10th of March at 20 degrees. Okay, so if you have any planets around 20 degrees, you will be, what am I saying? This is for Pisces. Oh my God, I'm so, I meditated a little bit too much, right? I'm floating, but you know, sharing good energies. So Jupiter in Scorpio, Scorpio rising. So yeah, the 5th house is all about romance once again. So there will be so much around romance, especially by the end of March, okay? Because we have Saturn and Venus, and there is a lot of healing that needs to happen there, and also with the eclipse, and then the new moon that's gonna happen in the 5th house. So also this is about children, okay? If you have children, this could be related to any distance there is between you and your children. that needs healing will come up to the surface. Okay, maybe your children have money problems and you need to jump in and help them. At the same time, there is a love cycle. Okay, Scorpio, you're in a massive love cycle. Jupiter is in the 7th house. Okay, so check if you're this is especially for Scorpio rising, by the way. So check when Jupiter is moving into your 7th house. That will say a lot about when you're going to be in this attractive cycle. So definitely go out, meet people. And yeah, when Saturn is in the 5th house, this is not so much about dating. This is maybe more about really waiting for this right person for you, okay? This eclipse is going to be in the 6th house. So this is really related to your work, okay? Your work. And the South Node in Libra is in the 12th house. So before you can meet the right person, you're really going to have to let go of everything that's been stopping you from meeting them. Okay, so if you can do some type of hypnosis or something that is gonna unblock your flow, that's really gonna be helpful, because you're gonna attract a lot of people, but you're gonna have to use your intuition, who is right for you. If you're already in a relationship, really it's about a higher commitment as well. Okay, like getting married, someone maybe asking you to get married, right? You're going to be engaged. These things can definitely come up around this time. If you're an early rising, sun, moon, or rising, you're going to have a square with Pluto, okay? And if you're rising, it will be in the 4th house. So it will have a huge impact on your family situation. So there might be literal death, okay? I don't want to fear monger or anything. Okay, this could be a transformation. This could be a struggle. And when we look at even the sun, because the sun also represents the father, it represents men, so you will have more struggles with men. And when it comes to the moon, it could be women or your mother. Okay, and these struggles will definitely come up when this is in a square. It's just bringing the issues that were already there, okay? Queen of Swords and the Hangman. Like, some of you are ignoring something, okay? You're ignoring a certain situation. Like, you know what to do. Like, maybe you have to look at things from a different perspective, okay? To understand someone else better, to understand where someone else is coming from. Yeah. Ah, yeah. All right. Okay, an ending. I do see an ending here. Okay. Um, what is this ending for Scorpios? I mean, Scorpio is not afraid of endings, because that's like that rebirth, growth is something that Scorpio goes through all the time. Okay. You're afraid of almost yourself. I would say you're ending Actually, you're ending your sadness. You're ending your struggles. I feel like you had enough. It's like, I'm ready to end this cycle. I'm ready to enjoy life, right? Yeah. This is it's like the high priestess, like you're tuning into to your higher self, your spiritual side, and you're like, I'm going to let go of all of these things, South Node and the moon with this eclipse in the 12th house, you're gonna let go of your sadness, your emotions, like things that have been holding you back in the job. From maybe you think you don't deserve love, or maybe you don't think you deserve the job that suits you, okay? Yes, exactly. Like, whatever it is that you yeah whatever it is that you feel like you deserve, that you want to do, now it's time to let go everything that's been holding you back, so you can go towards your purpose, right? The North Node and Chiron are in the 6th house. So maybe you need to be in a leadership position, but you're a bit afraid to do that, or you're feeling like, oh no, I'm gonna just be in this position because that suits me better. But you have to look at your personality, right? And with Aries in the sixth house, you prefer to be in a leading position, especially if you also have midheaven in Leo, okay? So, yeah, that's my message for Scorpio. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So, yeah, Pisces season is in the fourth house, okay? And for you, it's a lot about breaking down karmic cycles when it comes to family. Like some of you maybe have to take care of a family member. You're gonna have to lend money to a family member. Just be aware that you only give what you want to give. So not later on you want to, you know, you come back to it and you're not in peace with what you've given. Okay. Also, some of you are more focused on the kids and less on friends. So it's like I'm letting go of needing to be around friends all the time. I'm just gonna focus now on my kids. I'm gonna focus on my romantic life. I'm gonna focus on work. Jupiter in the sixth house can bring new clients. It can also bring a new job, but it's not necessarily a job that is like, it's not like a new job that is higher position, right? So sixth house is more similar. It's like a same position, but you can definitely get a bit of better offer. And if you are self-employed, you could get more clients. I love Pluto in the third house. For me, that's my favorite placement for Pluto, because here you are diving into different subjects and you can become very obsessed with certain subjects, and this can make you very dedicated and focused on a study or learning something, and this is where you could become like a genius in something. Okay, so it's really it's a really amazing transit. Obviously going to take a very long time, so you can be like a genius in some type of subject. Yeah, and I really noticed in my own chart when Pluto was transiting my third house, I became obsessed with astrology. And I couldn't stop reading about it, learning about it, and I read so much in such a short time. I learned and studied and learned and learned and learned. I wanted to know everything about it, and I learned it's so accurate, it's so amazing. But I also wanted to bring a flair of intuitive insights, because I think that, you know, in my opinion, your birth chart is definitely your blueprint, what you came here to do. But then you can rise above it, right? And you can overcome the obstacles that are in your blueprint. And I think that's so amazing. So you can read the chart, but then you also read where people are at. So you can find that balance between those two things. Yeah. So there is a move for some of you. If you're moving, Sagittarius, be very aware of papers you're signing, the contractors you're hiring, because there could be some difficulty there, okay? Make sure to get really good arrangements. We get the Chariot. So for you, if you're balanced, work is really going your way. Things can work out for you like pretty well. The Tower. Okay, this is more in your family situation, moving, flatmates, the person you're living with. Be aware, okay? Maybe the person you're living with doesn't have a job and it feels just really hard, you know, or has a lot of problems in the workplace, and you feel like it's a lot to carry, okay? Then I get this Empress. So if someone is complaining a lot at home or in the family, be in this feminine energy of just listening and detaching, okay? Because we cannot take everyone's problems onto us, but we can be compassionate. And I read somewhere, and that's so interesting, like being empathetic, having empathy and compassion are two different things. Because when you have empathy, um, exactly, a disaster is amazing. That's so beautifully said. Like, definitely a disaster is an opportunity for something new. Like, sometimes we have to break down certain things, right? But yeah, compassion is looking at something and understanding the situation but not getting too involved. If you have too much empathy for everyone, and I used to be that person, that I had really bad people in my life, but I could see their traumas, I could see where they come from, right? And this is with people that can read others. You see their whole story. You saw where they came from and why they became like that. And you have so much empathy that your boundaries are not as strong, so to speak, because you're seeing things through the lens of light and love, which is not where everybody's at. And yeah, boundaries are very, very important on this path, right? The moon. So I'm getting emotions. So being in this feminine energy, but not taking on the emotions of other people, which I feel that right now that could happen. For some of you, there's definitely a pregnancy or expecting a child. If that's the case, if you're the one that's pregnant, like, don't make too many hasty movements or being like too crazy active with Chiron there, okay? Because it could be a difficult pregnancy. But also, I wanted to say something. Um, yeah, so it's absolutely. It's so important to have this really good balance, right? So yeah, pregnancy, be careful with that. Also in romantic relationships or even hobbies, like some of you are figuring out new hobbies and you're gonna work with that. It's gonna be something that you're gonna be very passionate about, okay? Strength, okay? So be strong. Um, I know some things for some of you Sagittarius are a bit difficult right now, like a lot of things at the same time. And you have to find your inner strength and stay rooted in order to handle these different situations, okay? But there are a lot of good things, but also it's just a lot at the same time. In general, for a lot of people in March, it's going to be a lot, okay? Because we have all planets direct. We have really good planets, right? We have Jupiter and in Taurus, which can bring a lot of nice opportunities for a lot of you. And, Jupiter will be in a sextile with Venus by the end of the month. So there's so many beautiful things. But then also we have Saturn, which is going to be with the Sun and with Venus. So it's like this heavy, quite heavy feeling, right? All right, so that's for Sagittarius. Let's move on to Capricorn. So Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Yeah, you have Pisces, this new moon, and Saturn all in the third house. And this is all related to studying. You could be studying something that's very creative, so creative study. But it could be that there might be some obstacles or blocks on the road, like some obstacles that are preventing you from, um, yeah, obtaining the things that you want to achieve. Then we have it Aries season. We have the Sun, the North Node, Chiron, all in the fourth house. So some of you are moving by the end of March, right? Moving houses, moving places, um, changing flatmates, moving in with someone. Because with Jupiter in the fifth house, there is definitely a tendency. There is an opportunity for love for a lot of you. So being in a romantic relationship, attracting love. So especially Capricorn rising have possibility and opportunities to attract love. And also, this is again another sign, especially Capricorn rising can be pregnant, expecting a child. You could really become quite successful with the hobby that you're chasing. This could be in the financial sector. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you can catch them in the replay. I will add the signs later on. Yeah, we're now at Capricorn. So, yeah, Pluto just arrived in the second house. So, there might be some transformations with money. Okay, Pluto can give you a lot of money and see what you do with it, or it can really take away money. and see what happens. But at least, you know, you've been through this cycle. It will go back just for a little while, Capricorn. Pluto will go back into your sign, seeing if you learned all your lessons when it comes to Pluto in your sign. It's been a huge, huge transformation for such a long time, okay? And now it's going into the sign of Aquarius. This lunar eclipse will be in your 10th house. Some of you are letting go of a job. Maybe you're moving for a job. You're starting to work from home, like you don't want to work in a company or in a place outside of your home anymore. You could be starting a business close to your home, or you're going to start your hobby and make that into a business. So let me get a card for you, Capricorn. All right. Knight of Pentacles, and we have Four of Pentacles. So definitely there's a lot of money that you're focusing on. And I feel the more you focus on it, the less it's going to come. I feel when you're letting go the need to have money, it will come your way. Okay. Yeah, I feel that there's a lot of reading, studying, books. Virgo Sun, Aquarius rising. Yeah, we're going to go to Aquarius soon. All right. So Capricorn, you're going to have to walk away from some people. Maybe walking away from a job and going to a job that's just better suiting you, okay? Maybe before you wanted to be, you were working even in a couple, right? Or working with your partner, or working in a partnership, and now you don't want to do that anymore. You want to separate and you want to work for yourself. Like you don't want to work in a partnership anymore, okay? You want to work maybe in a team with more people, not just two. Or you want to be a leader of a team. You could be start working in real estate or the housing business. Okay, but with the North Node and Chiron, it might feel a bit uncomfortable. Okay, there might be some obstacles in this road for you. So yeah, that's my message for you, Capricorn. Let's go now to Aquarius. So I did see we have an Aquarius rising. Do we have anyone else? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, rising. So yeah, Pluto is, yeah. So Pluto is definitely doing its job, especially if you have early degree Sun, Moon, and Rising. So between 0 and 5 degrees, you're like super, super duper impacted. Okay. And it wants you to transform, and it's also a lot of ego death. Okay. Ego death is very prominent when Pluto is going over your ascendant, over your sun, and over your moon. Okay, this is where you have to let go of control. You're gonna have to let go of expectations on the outside world. It's about surrendering. And I think I saw the chart of Ram Dass, like a lot of spiritual teachers. I have Pluto on the ascendant, and it's like you can see like the worst criminals and the highest spiritual teachers with Pluto, right? Like some people get stuck in the underworld, but the idea is really to go over that and to rise above it, right? Because Pluto is a higher octave of Mars. So you're going to have to rise above it. So first you're going to be confronted with the dark side, some things that are or shadow aspects, okay? Could be of you or something you're lacking that you need to integrate. Pisces rising. Yeah, almost there. Almost at Pisces. So money is gonna be a bit tight for some of you Aquarius, okay? So don't overspend. Yeah, she's so cute. Come here. Yeah, she's been so cute. No, don't bite me now. Yeah, okay. Have a great weekend. Yeah, she's so cute. Yeah. So, yeah, money could be tight for a lot of you, or you need to work like really hard to earn money. So keep working hard, okay? Don't overspend. It's really important right now to save money and to distribute your money in the right way and the right place, okay? Selling a house, buying a house, renting a house, anything related to the house, okay, is good now. So you can redecorate your house. Now it's time to make your house beautiful, okay? this could have to do with your money as well. Like maybe you just invested in a place, so you need to know how you're spending it and not overspending it to things that are not important for you right now. Okay, so Aquarius, definitely a huge transformation. This eclipse is going to be in the ninth house on the 25th of March. Okay, and at 20 degrees. So it's really, some of you are going to take a trip, you're going to travel. Um, yeah, it could be a small trip, like just a weekend away or a few days away. But this trip is really necessary for you to find your inner balance again, okay? Um, some of you have had some issues with siblings, but around the end of March, definitely you can, yeah, you can really rekindle with a lot with your siblings or with your neighbors if you had any trouble with them. Okay, let me get you some cards. Let's get some cards. Okay, the Magician. So this means that it's time to manifest the things that you want to achieve. What changes do you want to make, Aquarius? Like, do you want to move? Do you want to go somewhere? Like, now is the time, even though it might be unsettling at first. The Lovers. So some of you definitely are manifesting love, right? You want to manifest someone that is your equal partner. The good news is, Aquarius, keep manifesting, because after May, Jupiter will be in your fifth house of romance, okay? Yeah. Yes, it's a beautiful time to move, and definitely the love cycle is going to come soon. It's going to come after May. So manifest already what you want, okay? Because you can have this beautiful, beautiful time, but first you need to root yourself, settle, and you have a beautiful time also to rekindle with family, okay? Your parents, your own family. Yes. Okay. Yeah, don't overspend, right? Hold a bit onto your money, because usually I love, like, you need to always balance give and take, but not spend too much. And because the earnings are a bit restricted, right? So it's not, yes, studying definitely with planets in the third house there. Studying is very prominent as well now for Aquarius, like studying, learning something new, and feeling that sometimes it's a bit uncomfortable, right? So that's my message for Aquarius. Thank you for being here. It's so good to speak to you and connect with you on the live chat. So let's go to Pisces. So Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Obviously, this month is quite big for you, and I want to say happy birthday. For my Mars birth, March birthday, Pisces. Um, yeah, I hope you're having a lovely time. It's gonna be this weird energy where you're having like, you're gonna feel this responsibility, but you're gonna get some rewards for all the hard work that you've been doing in this month. Okay, so you've been working hard. Things might have been a bit tough. You might even felt a little bit of a depression or heaviness, but definitely some of that will be uplifted and will be lifted off your shoulders in the month of March. Okay, this month, do some workout, especially by the end of the month, right? When Mars is going to be in the first house, it's great to work out. Um, yeah, and when we have the eclipse in your eighth house, this is time to maybe ask for a raise. It's time to earn more money, or maybe finally there will be a little bit of an opportunity to get some more money, okay? Because money, also just like Aquarius, you've had a bit of trouble and struggle with money because the North Node and Chiron are pushing you maybe towards a new job, but you kind of feel like it's hard to earn the money that you want, or that you want to have with the job that you're doing. Okay, for some of you, a partner will support you or stop supporting you, right? With the South Node in the eighth house. Maybe they're saying, yeah, you have to earn your own money, or I'm not going to support you, or maybe this is because of a breakup. But a lot of you are starting a new cycle, and Pluto just went into your 12th house, and we have Jupiter in the third house. So definitely your communication skills are off the roof. You can really sell anything, Pisces. You can sell, you can write, you can do amazing presentations, you can study. So if you want to study anything scientific, like, uh, well, astrology is kind of scientific, but astrology, I wanted to say technology related things, coding, anything very complex, or biology, anything that you're studying, it's going to be very successful. I don't know why, but I feel like someone who's watching wants to be an architect as well. Okay. I'm feeling some fights, like you're having some fights with yourself. Some have a few having some trouble with mother, with your mom, and you're gonna, maybe mom is interfering in a relationship, or once has an image of what relationship you should be in, and you're letting go of what it is that you want. You're focusing more on you right now. You're focusing on your self development, what's important for you, your self healing. Okay? High Priestess. So it's like you're gonna stand in your own power. You're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna go for what I want, what's important to me, and you're less focusing on pleasing others or making people happy. Okay, we have so many planets in the first and second house. That's all about you. Okay, so March is mainly about you, what you want, how you value yourself. Okay, you're breaking down a lot of karmic cycles. Okay, you're choosing you. So when you would have given your way away yourself too much to other people, now it's time to let that go. Okay, you're gonna not depend on others anymore. If you were, maybe you weren't doing that before, but definitely there's a tendency like, I can do this, this is my life, I'm gonna go for after what I want, what I need. And there's a lot of creativity around you, especially by the end of the month. You're going to feel very creative. So yeah, you're going to be committed to yourself, and that's going to be your number one. I'm going to give you one more card. The Empress. Look at that. Creativity. Okay, I'm feeling like this is not an actual pregnancy, but this is really about brewing a new project that is important to you. Okay, yeah. Oh yes, yeah, we're almost done. So yeah, that was my message for all the signs. I don't know if anyone wants to ask me something or have some questions before I go. It's already a bit late here. Maybe that's why I'm a bit slow, but I'm also a bit rosy today. I'm just feeling really good. Very grateful for so many things. Yeah, I love animals so much. I'm really like, I feel so connected with animals. I feel they're so beautiful. They have such amazing personalities. I don't know. I just feel, and now she's going. She already knows it's almost over. How crazy is that, right? Just going. They're so intuitive. I think, I don't know, for me, animals are so special, and they're an example of unconditional love. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have so much fun. We're gonna go to a beautiful house in the mountains, and they're gonna be horses there. Yeah, super excited. This year is a lot more about traveling. I'm gonna make some really amazing trips this year that I'm really excited about. Yeah, so it was really good talking to you all. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it, and that you were so patient with me because my camera was, I was trying to hold my phone like walking around because I wanted to use the the live stream that I set up, and I did it so well, and I was so proud that it worked. And then I opened it, and it just, it said turn the camera, and then my thingy didn't want to turn. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone. I'm so appreciative of all of you. Wishing you an amazing weekend. Thank you for being here, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.